Okay, I'm back and I am actually repeating the same thing on her part as I did on her crown. I'm leaving some hair out so that whenever that hair falls, it's going to diffuse any harsh lines and giving us a seamless finish. I always do the top of the head first whenever I get to this part because the foils underneath these are going to be hit with more heat and the foils on top aren't going to be exposed to hardly any heat because I like to process without heat. After her foils were in, I did end up having to put her underneath the heat for about 15 minutes because the top foils weren't wanting to budge and because she had that black color on her ends. Her hair did end up needing a little bit of extra love. If I'm working along the part like what I'm doing here and not doing a mohawk section, I do the first 4 foils along her part so that they can get that extra processing time, and then I move along and work my way down. On the sides of her head, I am basically doing the same thing like I did in the back. Some teases close together, some far apart. I am making sure that all of the hair and the foils are pretty thin because since she has the black, like I said, it needs a little bit of extra love, and if you do the sections too thick, it's not going to lift how you want it to. Okay, more music time. Hang on. I let her process for about 35-ish minutes, and as you can see, she's not platinum blonde, but that was not our goal. I know people see orange, and yes, she is orange, but that is where toners come in hand. Thank you, Jesus, for toners, and thank you to whoever created toners. You're a blessing, and I love you. I am going to go in and tap her root with 4MB and a drop of 4NA from Redken Shade TQ, and then for her all-over toner, I am doing 8NP, 7M, a drop of 3N, and then a little bit of 8N from Joico. Sometimes I apply my toners at the bowl, but truthfully, I really love doing my toners at the chair. It is a little bit of an extra process, and my neighbor just turned on their leaf blower. But I feel like whenever they're in my chair, even though it is an extra process, I see everything much better and I can apply my toners way cleaner. I always apply my root tap first, and then I go in with my all-over toner and run it through. After they sit for about 10 minutes, I take my unbrush and I brush everything through and let it sit for about another 5 minutes. Now, if this was a blonde that I was doing, I most likely would not brush the toners through just because I wouldn't want anything to dull up the blonde. But because she is staying dark, it doesn't really matter if we brush it through. It'll essentially just blend it that much more. If you have any questions about what I did, leave them in the comments and I will answer them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. Also, if you'd like me to do another video on another hair technique, let me know and I will gladly do it. That is it for this video though. I am so happy with how it turned out. It's so rich, so chocolatey. I'm obsessed and so proud of how it turned out.